What is going on, everybody? I am back with a Game 2 recap, conclusion, and just some pep talk here for Game 3. My voice is going out. The Mariners fall 4-2 to the Astros in Game 2. We got the Mariners hat going. I am repping the DK jersey today. All my Mariners jerseys are not available at the moment. They're in storage. I don't know how that happened. So I'll rock the Seahawks jersey for the video. Very disappointing result, obviously. Castillo was great. The offense, actually, I thought did some things. I think they had 7 walks. They hit some balls hard. Unfortunately, hit him into outs. And Yordan Alvarez did not hit his ball into an out. He hit the 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th, which proved to be the difference maker. The Astros bullpen took care of business. From there, it's one of the best in the business. Abreu, Neris. Actually, Neris, I think, came as 2-1. So there's Abreu, Montero, and then Presley all took care of business to finish that game off. So definitely disappointing result. The Mariners go down 0-2 in the series. I have not given up hope yet. Just same thing I said yesterday. It's not over. It isn't. Seattle comes back home now. You win. Now you just take it one game at a time. The goal is to win Game 3. You go out there, you do everything you can to win Game 3, force that Game 4. You take Game 4, and the pressure kind of goes back on Houston. Houston does have the advantage of being able to play Game 5 at home if it comes to that, but they don't want to go back to Houston. They don't want to go back there feeling that this Mariner team that played them tight for the first 2 games and had a chance to win both those games has now, won 3 and 4 and got that series back. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself there. But I thought the Mariners really had a chance to win both these games. Obviously, they had a chance to win Game 1. I mean, they were 1 out away from doing it. Couldn't finish it off. And then today, same type situation. Not in the 9th inning, but Luis Castillo's on the mound, 10 outs to go. He's dealing. Pena gets the bloop single, and Alvarez punishes you again. Not far away, from getting to the 7th, 8th, 9th inning and maybe winning this baseball game. And then the 8th, Jared Kelenic doesn't miss that 2-run home run by a whole lot. It would have been out of 2 parks. Definitely Yankee Stadium is one. I actually think T-Mobile might be the other stadium it would have been out at. Not sure on that or not, but, it is what it is in the 9th. Adam Frazier, leadoff walk. J.P. Crawford, liner for an out, double play, and then the Julio double. If that Crawford line drive gets past Gurriel, it's 2nd and 3rd, or Frazier even scores, and then Julio ties it with that double. Just some of the little breaks the Mariners just haven't gotten in those first 2 games. And that's what makes the Astros so good, too. I don't think they've actually played their best baseball in this series. Verlander was not good in Game 1. Valdez was good today, but not, I don't think, as good as he can be. I think any Astros fan would admit that. Their bats have been timely, but not amazing either. And, they're up 2 games to none. Excuse me, my voice is just so raspy. That's why they win 106 games and are a win away from their 6th straight ALCS. And it's a scary thought. But if you're a Mariners fan, you've been right there both games. It wouldn't take much right now for the Mariners to be up 2 games to none in this series. It would not be a whole heck of a lot that had to go different for this to be a 2 games to none lead for the Mariners. So, I mean, it stings, but it's, take solace in the fact that this team is close. Like, they're battling a really good Astros team here. An Astros team that many think are going to win the World Series. And the Mariners are right there with them every step of the way. It'd been great to win one of these. They didn't. Now you come home with George Kirby on the mound, who has had a tremendous year, and you trust him to get it done. You trust this team to get some hits off Lance McCullers and force that Game 4. That's the only thing that matters right now, is battling enough to force Game 4. Other things in this game, Dylan Moore had an RBI single. Santana's RBI fielder's choice kind of stung because it feels like he should have been on first base. He tried to go to second when Valdez threw it away. That kind of stung because then Moore got the base hit. I think, did JP walk? No, JP's not after. After Moore is Cal. Cal lined out. But definitely had some opportunities there to maybe make that a bigger inning. Gino had a line drive, I think, in the 7th that Alvarez caught. The bases loaded in the 6th. Couldn't get a run in. So some definite missed opportunities from the offense. But the Astros pitching staff is also that good. I mean, I think the Mariners did about all they could. I thought they did a good job against Valdez. I thought they put some base runners on against a really good bullpen. It's unfortunate that they didn't, weren't able to cash in any of those runs. But they did get some guys on base. Santana drew a walk against Montero. Frazier did it against Presley. Like I said, I think the Mariners had 7 walks today. So they did their part getting on base. Just got to stick with it and do it in Game 3. My message will stay the same to Mariners fans. Do not give up yet. We're about to see the first home playoff game for this team in 21 years. You cannot go into it saying it's over. You can't. This team needs the energy. They need that passion. They need that from the fans. Listen, is winning 3 in a row possible? Absolutely. Of course it is. They just have to win 3 games in a row. That's nothing crazy. Now, it's going to be very difficult against a really good Astros team, but it's the playoffs. It's like I said yesterday, it's not going to be easy. These games are not going to be easy. You have to battle, find a way, and now it's just about survival. Now it's 1 game at a time. Win Game 3, then you go to Game 4 and see what happens. So, it's not over. So don't get into that. I see people on Twitter already saying it's series is over. It's not. It is not over yet. Teams have come back from 2-0. Like I said, and the good news is they didn't get down 2-0 at home. They did it on the road, so they still get to come home and, play 1 game guaranteed. But, if they can keep winning, they get, 1 more at home after that. So, it certainly isn't over. You got George Kirby's had a fantastic season going for you in Game 3. I know, I'll talk a little bit managerial-wise. Again, I didn't have any issues with anything Scott did today. I know everyone wants the Mariners to walk Alvarez every single time. At least some people do. And I get it. I don't think it's stupid to think just 4 up on Alvarez, but they did that in the 9th. And Bregman delivered a base hit, and it was 4-2, and that did change things. That 9th inning might have been more heartbreaking, actually, but, a 1-run game changes some things. So that's why you can't just walk Alvarez every time. You've got Alex Bregman hitting right behind him. Is Alvarez the better hitter? Yeah. But Bregman is not a slouch by any stretch of the imagination. He's a fantastic hitter who took Munoz deep in Game 1. So, it's not, there's no easy way to do it. I'd say the thing they need to do better is get Jeremy Pena out. That's not to take away from Jeremy Pena. He's a really good young hitter, but that's the guy they need to be getting out. Unfortunately, he found that, no man's land of that blooper, and then Alvarez did the rest. If the Mariners are going to come back in the series, they're eventually going to have to get Yordan Alvarez out. There's no other way around it, guys. Sorry, but yeah, you're not going to be able to just walk Alvarez every single AB. You're eventually going to have to get him out at some point. And Castillo had done that his first 2 times up, and even the home run, it's not taken away from it, but it wasn't the blast that Robbie Ray gave up to Alvarez. It was definitely hit well. I think according to the Twitter account, the Wooded Dong Twitter account, it would have been out at 22 ballparks. So it was definitely well hit, but it wasn't the mammoth home run. It was a good pitch too from Castillo. It was a sinker or 2-seamer 97 off the plate. So not much you can do there. Can't pitch him much better. You just got to hope he doesn't hit those out in the future. So, my message again is the same as yesterday. Don't give up. Keep fighting and keep believing in this team. The season is not over. There are, a lot of fan bases that would give anything to switch places with the Mariners right now. Go ask Mets fans if they'd switch places. They would in a second. Go ask Angels fans or Rangers fans. They would love to be in this spot. It's how many years, I can't tell you how many years I've sat there watching playoff baseball and go, man, I'd love to be down 0-2, 0-3 and have a chance to shock the world. and make a comeback. And now we have a chance. This team's been chaos before. This is what they've thrived on. Backs against the walls, making it happen. They have their ultimate backs against the walls now. It's going to take 3 straight wins. That's not a miracle. Winning 3 in a row is something this team is very much capable of. We have George Kirby game 3, and then you see what happens game 4 and who goes. I would imagine Logan goes game 4. Game 5 would be interesting. I almost think you almost have to start Robbie Ray, but maybe Castillo on 3 days rest. I don't know. Again, I'm getting way too far ahead. Focus on game 3. That's the only thing that matters right now is game 3. Take the day off, get back home, and just relax, guys. Don't stress about it. It stings. It's over. They lost the first 2. It sucks. Definitely had a chance to win it. But that's the good thing. I know right now losing those games 10-0 would have felt better because you'd be like, yeah, we just got outclassed. But they're competing with the Astros. They're showing that they belong with this baseball team. Kind of a 2012 Seahawks vibe a little bit to this team right now. My door is creaking creepily. 2012 Seahawks vibe to this team a little bit. So, don't worry about it. Get game 3, and then, I swear it's being possessed right now. No, someone just opened the door. Anyways, like I said, 2012 Seahawks vibe to me. How they lost that game in Atlanta. They came back the next year. I'm hoping that's what this Mariners team maybe has. But in the meantime, don't give up. Let's go get game 3. I don't live in Seattle. If you do, get to the game. Be loud. Be proud. Support these guys. Cheer them on. Let's go get game 3. Let's keep this series alive. Let's keep the season alive, all right? As always, please like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I appreciate it. And as always, go M's.